Sentimental FX update for the 29th of December. Quick look at S&P because we want to see this for the risk on, risk off, and we know that the S&P 500 would be a buy because of the retail sentiment. The FXCM guys are on average across all indices selling, but they're adding to their bearish bet, so it's helping us with our risk assessment. The level of interest was that November high, and that was the monthly resistance 1 in November. As you can see, we're clearly above that. Daily R1 is 3757, and your next target is 3809, and we're just going to keep hitting all-time highs until these guys get stopped out, and when they get stopped out and reversed, then we'll see a correction. But what will likely going to happen, we're not going to see any erratic huge moves because that will scare the retail guys. So what will happen, we'll see a nice gradual move ascending over time, and then they'll probably hold on, and so up will come. If we come up too fast, they'll get scared out and they'll just exit at a loss. What they want is to make price go in an ascending fashion so it doesn't scare them too much. So this is quite a nice angle. It's not too threatening, but it is ascending. So if we see too much scary moves, then we can perhaps see a little correction. So we want it to go a little bit more sideways and ascending. So just to bear that in mind, that's what they don't want to do. They don't want to scare these guys out because they want to punish them and take their stops. So that's how that works. Gold has now got their stop loss cluster below, which is interesting. That's the first time that's happened for a few weeks. So the one below is 1867. The one above is 1910, and see how we're going to have like some kind of squeeze here, like a triangular squeeze effect. And we are a sell, and they went long, so it suggests to me that we're going to see a break to the downside if we're going to have a squeeze because of that. And it would be kind of unusual for these guys to get paid, but the pound traders are getting paid, so it could be like a choppy week. AJ 7902, 7834 sideways. AU 7650 and 7550. We are a buy and it's sideways. The Euro Oz 16226 and 1.6 on the dot, exactly on the dot, and sideways. But it's just been horrible, really. That chop, it's just it's quite untradeable. It comes a buy here, but if it goes sideways, then we'll continue to go sideways. EU, MR2 is 12243. We're just below that now. SLC above is 12260, so 20 pips away. One below is 12175. That's them selling it, so it should come up. But we've got technical resistance, so that's something to bear in mind. Keep an eye on your monthly pivots. GU, taking the stop loss cluster out at 1.35 and 13424. Now this could just ignore the sentiment completely because this could be fundamentally driven because of the Brexit deal. Really, it could continue to go up because of the fundamentals. For that reason, it could just completely ignore the sentiment. So probably avoid the pound if you can, unless you fancy the gamble. Sentimentally, it's a buy at the high level, so it could come up. MR1 is 13526, so we're 20 pips away from MR1. NU 7180 and 7088, so there's 100 pips between the two stop loss clusters. Sideways, we are a buy at the high level. Euro Yen, this is the largest stop loss cluster at 12726, and the one below is 12546. We're a buy, and they sold it here, so therefore it comes a buy. Up we come. Pound Yen 14035 and 139.4, ascending, slightly ascending, so then that's that movement there, sideways currently. Could just be that very choppy week, just sideways week, and then we could see some real moves next week perhaps. 104 on the dot for UJ, 103.35, choppy. We are sell at the high level, and the individual brokers are undecided as well. See, it's very very different. The Dukas copy and the Saxo Bank, they're completely undecided. They're the opposites. See, so perhaps avoid this one. For the CAD, one above is 12855, one below is 12798. It chopped around that level, which is your support one at 12829, and that's them going long. So it should become a sell. It became a sell there at 12907. Dollar Swiss, one above is 89.20 and 88.54. So our signals, they chopped around the daily pivot a lot, and we actually failed to successfully break out and hold above daily pivot. And for that reason, we didn't actually have any successful trades today. Just lots of small losses as it went above daily pivot and crossed below. And all Euro crosses did this, and it sort of teetered, and then it came down. Then it went up, then it teetered, then it came down. So we had lots of yes and no messages. So if it does it next week, we'll probably have to remove the daily pivot out of the equation, and then so we won't be as risk mitigated. But it could just be thin volumes this week because it's holiday. So we'll see how we go this week, and hopefully don't get any more horrible chop on the daily pivot, and we actually get to see some nice breakouts and price to hold above. And that's what we want as traders. We don't want sideways price action. We want to see breakouts. And that's it. So I'll report back with the signals in the signals overview group, and I'll speak to you soon.